Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to compare two budget offerings in India, the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus with the Nubia M2 Play. Now the interesting aspect of these two phones is that both are priced 899, but they vary a lot in terms of the specifications being offered. So in this video we'll do a comparison of these two phones with respect to design, build quality, the software being offered, the performance aspect, the cameras and also the battery life, and see which is better value for money device in this price segment. So without any further delay, let's get started. First up, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see that both these devices are pretty much looks similar in terms of the front design. You can see both have fingerprint scanners located on the front panel, and we have a 5.5 inch display as well. Now looking at the rear panel, you can see that both are again made of metal unibody construction, and you could see that the Nubia is slightly more slimmer than the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus. So other than that, looks wise, both are quite similar in terms of the finishing and material quality. The InFocus Turbo 5 Plus feels slightly more premium in terms of the build quality being offered when compared to the Nubia M2 Play. But both these devices are really good in terms of the build quality because it's in budget offering price 9K. So that is the design aspect. Now both the phones come with a power key on the right side. We have the volume rocker keys on the right side on the InFocus, while it's on the left side on the Nubia. Now bottom panel houses this micro USB charging slot and the speaker unit. Top panel houses the 3.5mm audio jack, and the SIM tray is on the right side on the Nubia, while it's on the left side on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus. So that's the design aspect. So design and build quality wise, both are pretty good in terms of design and build, and considering the price segment it is offered, it feels premium. Now next up, let's talk about the display. Now both the phones come with 2.5D glass, and we have a 5.5 inch HD display. That's a 720p display on both the phones. Now the display looks a bit more brighter on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus and a bit more sharper as well on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus, but it's quite good on the Nubia M2 Play as well. So display, again, both these devices offer really good experience. Both have really good touch response as well. The viewing angles are also pretty good, but we would say the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus has a slightly better display because of the higher brightness levels, and the outdoor visibility is slightly better than the Nubia M2 Play. Now next up, let's talk about the software. So the base version of Android is Android 7.0 on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus, while it's Android 7.1.1 on the Nubia M2 Play. Now looking at the settings panel of these two phones, you can see that while the InFocus has a more of an stock-like UI, although it's not strictly stock-like, but no additional features being offered on this UI. Now we have the Nubia M2 Play with the Nubia UI, which comes with additional gestures, screen split, app clone, super snap, and a lot of additional features are included. So that's where the Nubia UI makes a better option, because if you're a person who loves a lot of customization, there are lots of options included as well. Now both the phones come with multiple home screens devoid of an app drawer, and looks quite good as well. So in terms of software, we would say the Nubia UI was slightly better than the InFocus one. Now let's talk about the performance. So here we have two different chipsets. One, we have the MediaTek MT6750 on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus, while we have the Snapdragon 435 octa-core chipset on the Nubia M2 Play. Now both the phones come with 3GB RAM and 32GB internal storage, and you could see that the performance on both these devices are pretty good altogether. In day-to-day task, we would see that both these devices were quite responsive, no lags whatsoever. And when it comes to gaming experience, that's where we feel the Nubia M2 Play with the Snapdragon 435 has an edge, because if you look at the gaming experience video which we posted for these two phones, we would say the Nubia M2 Play did a better job here, and the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus did have some heating issues. It went up to 46 degrees. So that's where the M2 Play with Snapdragon plays a better performance, and overall we would say the Nubia M2 Play was slightly better in terms of the performance. It also comes, both the phones come with a 3GB RAM and 32GB internal storage. The call quality on both the phones were pretty good, and considering the speaker performance, we would say the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus was slightly better in terms of the loudness, but the Nubia M2 Play definitely has a decent experience overall. Now both the phones have dual SIM cards for GLD and SD card support, but neither of them have a dedicated SD card. Both are hybrid SIM cards, and you get a 32GB storage on both the phones. Now let's have a look at the fingerprint scanner performance. So both have a fingerprint scanner located on the front panel. So there you go. You can see that performance looks pretty similar on both the phones. almost same time it takes to unlock the device. So now let's have a look at the camera performance. So this is one area where there is a difference. We have a dual camera on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus, while it's a 13 megapixel rear camera on the Nubia M2 Play. The dual camera on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus is a 13 and 5 megapixel camera combination with a depth sensing, and we have dual tone dual LED flash on the InFocus, while it's a single LED flash on the Nubia. Now on the front panel we have 5 megapixel camera on both these devices. Now looking at the camera UI of these two phones, you could see that the Nubia UI offers much better options, and this on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus is quite an outdated UI which we have seen years back. So this is the Nubia UI feels much more refreshing and offers much better options. Now let's have a look at the camera samples which we have taken between these two devices. So here you could see that the colors look pretty much almost similar in both the phones, but the Nubia M2 Play definitely has an edge in terms of the sharpness levels, and you could see that the sharpness was better on the Nubia M2 Play when compared to the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus. The InFocus Turbo 5 Plus also has this issue of focusing. It does take some time to focus the object, and thereby it is a bit slow in terms of the performance of the camera interface. So overall, in terms of the camera performance, we would say the Nubia M2 Play was our choice, and also in terms of low light experience, both these devices come with noise, but the images are slightly brighter on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus, but again sharpness was slightly better on the Nubia M2 Play. The InFocus Turbo 5 Plus can also take bokeh. Bokeh mode is included with a dual camera, but it was kind of inconsistent. But for a phone in the price of 9K, this was quite a decent feature to have. Now looking at the selfie experience, this is one area where we again see that the Nubia M2 Play was the better choice in terms of selfie camera. So that was the camera comparison. So overall we would say the Nubia M2 Play was our choice in terms of the camera performance. Now finally the battery. So we have a 4850 mAh battery on the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus, while it's a 3000 mAh battery on the Nubia M2 Play. Now if you're a person who travels a lot and wants the best battery life, then the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus is definitely the choice, because it can get you almost 2 days of battery life, while it's slightly above 1 day on the Nubia M2 Play. So now we compared almost all aspects of these two phones. So which is better device to buy in this price segment? So both the phones are priced 899, and looking at the features being offered, we would say if you're a person who wants more battery, obvious choice would be the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus. But other than that, the Nubia M2 Play looks like a decent offering, because it has a slightly better Snapdragon 435 octa-core chipset, which helps in better gaming, and there's no heating issue when gaming, slightly better cameras, and the software also feels slightly better. But the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus has an advantage of excellent battery life. So both these devices are pretty good considering the price segment, both priced 899, and that's a really good pricing for both these devices. So that's all guys, with the detailed comparison of the InFocus Turbo 5 Plus and the Nubia M2 Play. So hope this video was useful. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.